The movie starts with Lucy's lover, Richard, trying to deliver a package to Mr. Jiang in a hotel room. He doesn't tell Lucy what is inside and asks her to trust him. When Lucy keeps asking what is inside the case and why he cannot deliver it himself, Richard simply tells her that the case is filled with papers, but it is locked and Mr. Jiang is the only one who knows the pin. He is the man who needs to receive the case. To further convince Lucy, Richard says that he will pay her $1,000 for the job and they can split the money if she helps deliver the case. Richard also mentions that he has done this many times before. Even so, Lucy refuses and tells him that she needs to go home to prepare for her exam, but Richard persuades her to take the case and convinces her to deliver it. With no other choice, Lucy goes to the reception to deliver the package because she is already handcuffed to the briefcase. At the reception, she asks to see Mr. Jiang while Richard stays outside looking at the mirror. Lucy tells the receptionist that her name is Richard because Richard is the person Mr. Jiang knows and the one who was supposed to deliver the briefcase. At that moment, the receptionist tells her to stand where she is placed according to Mr. Jiang's instructions. After a few moments, several men wearing black suits walk toward Lucy. Richard is shot through the mirror, bribed the receptionist with money, and then Lucy is taken to the elevator. When they arrive at the penthouse, the bodyguards push Lucy to one side. There, Lucy meets Mr. Jiang while he is killing some men as a warning to get her into the room. Mr. Jiang reaches out with his hands covered in blood and talks to his people in Korean, something Lucy cannot understand. Lucy tries to explain that she was only sent to deliver the case and that they do not have to kill her. She speaks to anyone who can understand English in order to explain herself. Then Mr. Jiang calls a person on the phone who speaks both English and Korean to translate for him. Mr. Jiang orders the interpreter to tell Lucy to explain what is inside the case. Lucy explains that she does not know what is inside because Richard forced her into the deal. Then Mr. Jiang writes some numbers on a piece of paper and leaves the room with his men. The interpreter tells Lucy to open the case using the codes written on the paper. Everyone in the room leaves and hides, waiting for Lucy to open the mysterious case. Mr. Jiang says he is hiding because he does not trust Richard, but Lucy replies that she does not trust Richard either because they have only been dating for a week, which adds more fear to the situation. Lucy is terrified, but Jiang's men warn her, so she opens it. When she opens the case, she sees 4 pouches containing a strange substance. She tells the interpreter about it, who then informs Mr. Jiang about what is inside before the mobster comes out from his hiding place to take the case from Lucy. To test how effective the substance is, they bring a man who is an addict and inject him with the substance. The man starts moving as if he has lost his breath, and then he cannot stop laughing. Saliva also drips from his mouth. In anger, Mr. Jiang shoots him in the head and then locks Lucy into the job. Lucy cries that she does not want any job, but one of Jiang's men punches her, causing her to lose consciousness. The scene then changes to a lecture hall where a professor named Samuel Norman teaches students that most people only use 10% of their cerebral capacity, despite all the technology invented today. He mentions that the life form that uses the highest brain capacity is dolphins, which use at least 20% of their brain capacity, allowing them to have a better echolocation system than any sonar. Meanwhile, Lucy wakes up in her underwear in another room, with bandages and blood on her body. When she looks around, a man who appears to be a doctor explains that a pouch containing a blue substance, a drug called CPH4, has been placed inside her abdomen, and that she should not worry because they did not damage any of her organs. After this, several other adults are brought in who also have drugs placed inside their bodies. The doctor thanks them for doing this and then gives them passports and plane tickets to deliver the drugs to Europe. He also threatens to kill their families if they fail the job. Before leaving, their faces are covered because this is one of the rules of their business. After a few minutes in another place, Lucy wakes up. She talks to herself and says she will stay calm about it until they land the plane. After a few hours, she is escorted by 2 men speaking Mandarin. One of the men begins touching Lucy, acting happy because he thinks she cannot fight back. Because of the strong kicks and punches, Lucy's pouch breaks and the drug spreads into her body. As the drug spreads through her body, she begins to feel dizzy. On the other hand, Professor Samuel explains that if a person can use 20% of their brain capacity, they can gain control over their own body. At 40% brain capacity, a person could control others and the things around them. A student asks what would happen if a person were able to use 100% of their brain capacity, but the professor does not answer. Meanwhile, Lucy becomes unconscious and quietly sits on a chair. After a few moments, a man enters her cell and begins hurting her. But when the man approaches her, Lucy suddenly attacks him and knocks him down. Then she leaves the cell, kills all the gangsters there, and eats all their food. Using only her hand, she stops a bullet that is fired at her. After this, she takes all the guns they have before leaving the place. Outside, she approaches two taxi drivers and asks which one of them speaks English. One driver answers no, but another driver agrees to take her to the hospital. While on the road, Lucy notices that she can hear conversations from people far away. When they arrive at the hospital, she tells the driver to wait for her. When she goes inside, she realizes that she is able to read foreign languages. Lucy then enters the surgery room even though an operation is already being performed inside. The doctors tell her to leave, but Lucy insists that they need to operate on her immediately. She examines the patient's brain and tells the doctor that the woman cannot survive because of the tumor that has spread to the cortex on the right side. Lucy orders the surgeon to remove the drug that was placed inside her body. She refuses anesthesia and tells the doctor to perform the surgery immediately. During the surgery, Lucy calls her mother even while the doctor is operating on her. Lucy tells her mother that she can feel everything around her, including the rotation of the earth, the heat leaving her body, the blood flowing through her veins, and even her brain. Her mother cannot understand what she is saying, but Lucy simply thanks her for all her love. After the drug is removed, she learns that 500 grams of it are still left inside her body. Lucy asks the doctor how much more needs to be removed, but the doctor says he can only answer that if he knows what the drug is. Lucy then explains that the drug is called CPH4. The doctor explains that pregnant women naturally produce CPH4 in the 6th week of pregnancy in very small amounts, which helps the embryo form bones and develop. Lucy says that even a small amount of CPH4 moving inside a human body is like an atomic bomb. After leaving the hospital, Lucy can now see the roots of trees underground and how they connect to every part of the tree. Wanting revenge against the syndicate that caused her suffering, Lucy goes to Mr. Zhang's headquarters. Upon entering the mansion, she kills all his men and confronts him. She stabs his hands into the table with knives and tells him that this is what she felt when the drug entered her body. Lucy asks Mr. Jiang where the other men carrying the drugs are going. When he refuses to answer, Lucy places her hand on his head and accesses all his memories. From the plane tickets, Lucy learns that the other drug carriers are heading to Berlin, Paris, and Rome. After getting the information, Lucy goes to the apartment of her friend Caroline. Lucy borrows her laptop and tells Caroline about her day, already knowing everything Caroline is about to say. Using the laptop, Lucy researches what is happening to her and discovers Professor Samuel's studies. She calls him immediately and tells him that she has read all 6,000 pages of his research and explains what is happening to her. To prove it, Lucy controls the screen of his television and starts a video call with him. When Samuel asks how she is able to do it, Lucy explains that she can now control basic electronic devices like televisions, laptops, telephones, radios, and even lights. Lucy also explains that she can no longer feel pain, fear, or any other human emotion. She tells the professor that she does not know what to do with all the knowledge inside her mind because she feels she is about to die. Samuel asks Lucy to share all the knowledge she has gained. Lucy then leaves Caroline's apartment. However, Lucy is now a wanted person, so she changes her appearance and disguises herself. She calls the police station and speaks with an officer named Del Rio. She gives him information about the drug traffickers who are carrying CPH4 inside their bodies and tells him to write everything down carefully. Lucy explains the type of drug, how it was placed in their bodies, and warns him to be careful when removing it because it is extremely powerful. Soon after, the police successfully arrest the drug carriers at the airport. Meanwhile, Lucy's brain reaches 40% capacity. After drinking champagne, she begins losing sensation in her hands and feels like her body is melting, so she runs into the bathroom. There, her body starts breaking down, and she does not know what to do. To stabilize herself, Lucy consumes more CPH-4. Later, Lucy wakes up in a hospital in Paris. A nurse enters the room and is shocked to see her awake, quickly calling the doctor and Del Rio. Lucy gets dressed and prepares to leave, but Del Rio and his officers try to stop her. Lucy easily controls them and removes all the bullets from Del Rio's gun. Lucy's brain eventually reaches 50%. She locates Mr. Jiang using communication signals and drives Del Rio's police car toward the hospital where the drugs are located. At the hospital, Mr. Jiang's men are already retrieving the drugs. Lucy arrives and defeats all the gangsters effortlessly as her brain reaches 60% capacity. She collects all the drug packages. Lucy then heads to the university where Professor Samuel is waiting. While Lucy explains complex ideas about time, life, and existence, Mr. Jiang and his remaining men attack the university. Lucy asks the professors to inject the remaining CPH-4 into her body so she can reach 100% brain capacity. As the process begins, a black fluid-like substance spreads across the room and forms an advanced supercomputer. Lucy begins transferring all her knowledge into it. Lucy's consciousness travels through time, witnessing different moments in history and even encountering the first human ancestor called Lucy. Finally, Lucy reaches 99% brain capacity. Mr. Jiang enters the room and points a gun at her head. But as Lucy reaches 100% capacity, her body disappears, leaving only her clothes behind. Del Rio then shoots Mr. Jiang and saves the professors. The supercomputer finishes transferring Lucy's knowledge into a flash drive for Professor Samuel. Afterward, the computer disappears. The flash drive now contains all the knowledge obtained from using 100% of the brain's capacity. Finally, Del Rio receives a message on his phone from Lucy saying that she is everywhere. And that's the end of the movie. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next film.